Good evening, everyone. It's me again, Al Brown Spencer. Today is Saturday, the 11th of October, 2025, and it is just past 7 o'clock in the evening. The situation is still the same. I didn't get any justice and I didn't get anything. And my video that I recorded before about that I am willing to accept what they would offer me in terms of, justice and so on. It seems that again, it was misunderstood or, they understood it, but again, they pretending that they didn't understand or, you know, aggravating me anyway and so on. The reason I'm saying so because straight away the results and the reactions were there, whether it was just false opportunities or false chances as a reaction or as an answer for my video, or it was just for aggravation, but it was obvious and so on. So again, it seems that I will keep repeating myself according to what these bastards do in terms of their psychological work and so on. And just to explain what happened today that made me say so. Today, for example, a French guy talked to me. I mean, I asked him and all of this as people pass by, and he stopped and I talked to him. And he talked to me about things and all of this. And in the end, he offered me to go to France, just to cross the border. And he said, yeah, you can get a solicitor there and so on. And another situation, a guy offered me, or he didn't offer me, but he said that where he lives, he knows that there are jobs in farming and grapes collecting and so on, and that I can go and get a job there. And then he asked me if I have papers, legal papers or not. So first of all, making it clear again, and it seems that I will repeat myself over and over again because these fucking bastards do not give up and they carry on and on. They think that they are going to wear me out bit by bit and so on. And for me, I need justice. I mean, justice is what I need. Justice is, like almost everything I need, basically. And without justice, I will have nothing. I will only have what they would offer, and I can see what they would offer would be nothing, basically. So anyway, just to make it clear over and over and over again, I lived in the UK almost 18 years, and I was used, abused, and tortured brutally. And I didn't get justice whatsoever. Not only this, I wasn't even given any chance to get justice and so on. So going back to the UK is only if I get 100% justice. And when I say 100% justice, I mean complete justice. Any incomplete justice, I will not be going there. Germany, I lived in Germany 2 years or over 2 years. And again, I was abused there, but not as brutally as in the UK. And I would like to add something here to clarify something that's very important. In the UK, they forged documents and forged documents, even the police, and they put me in prison for 4 months. And from prison, they put me or transferred me to a mental health hospital based on the bullshit they wrote on the reports. And this is the only time I was detained in a mental health hospital for this length of time. In the UK, even before this, like 2 months before, whatever, I cannot remember the date. It was the 20th or 21st of April 2017. They put me in a mental health hospital for 3 days after they arrested me and beat me up when I had a formal appointment with a judge in Reading County Court, because I asked for a hearing with a judge so I can ask them to allow me to see my daughters. And of course, they didn't allow me to see the judge, and the police arrested me and beat me up. And in the end, they negotiated with me over letting me go without problems, and in return of that I don't report what they did to me. And of course I refused and insisted that I was going to report it and so on. And this is why they called an ambulance and they transferred me to a mental health hospital in a town near Reading, where they kept me 3 nights there observing me and so on. And in the end, the doctor said he cannot help me in terms of why they arrested me, blah, 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 and all of this. And he said he thinks that, it's mild paranoia, and he couldn't answer how come a mild paranoia has got anything to do with me having an appointment or a hearing with a judge in the court, and then being arrested and beaten up by the police outside the court 25 minutes before the hearing. And of course the psychiatrist said to me, listen, he said to me, literally, he doesn't want to get in trouble and he cannot help me. So anyway, yeah, so this is the only time when I was detained in mental health hospital. It was in the UK, the 3 days when they beat me up, and then 8 months after they transferred me from the prison to a mental health hospital based on the fake reports. In Germany, I was never admitted to any mental health hospital or any other countries in the world. It's only in the UK. So in Germany, I wasn't admitted to any mental health hospital whatsoever, where I lived in Germany 2 years or over 2 years. So anyway, Germany, as I said, I would never go back to Germany without 100% justice beforehand, before I even go and step foot in Germany and so on. Anything else is not gonna be good for me, and I wouldn't go back to Germany if the justice is incomplete. Now, the fucking bastards from the country where I was born, yet again, they are trying to waste my chances here in Spain. So, based on what I said, that I wouldn't go back to Germany without 100% justice, even if there is a girl in Germany that my heart beats for, or I fell in love with, and all of this, I will never have a chance to have this girl if I'm not going back to Germany whatsoever. So I am here in Spain, and if Spain helps me to get justice and so on, I'm staying here forever. And I'm trying to find a girlfriend and settle down. So it's as simple as that. I'm trying to settle down. So I am not going to say, oh, I can't, I'm in love with another girl in another country, I can, all of this bullshit. I am trying to settle down. But then again, my abusers are doing something very, very devious. These bastards are using, as I said, psychological work and all of this. And also they dose me with drugs every weekend that literally kills my hardness. So, in other words, it's not just the social work they do in terms of trying to, prevent me of getting on with my life and starting having a family and having a girlfriend here in Spain and so on, but also every weekend they give me drugs, of course, without my consent and without my knowledge. It's just they put it in the food and also the water, where I swim or the water I drink. And basically, they dose me with these drugs that kills my hardness. But in the end, I mean, look at me. I live in a van that they might even take the van if I don't get it insured, which I am trying my best to get it registered and insured here, so they don't take the van. Anyway, so I live in a van, no hygiene and so on. And just to let you know, for anyone who's genuine, who's watching this, who would want to help me, I mean, think about it this way. I did not have a shower for over 4 months, for 5 months now. For 5 months, I haven't had a proper shower. All because my abusers are calculating everything and all my steps, and they are preventing me of getting any help in this context. So, for example, when I came here to San Sebastian, they inundated San Sebastian with Arabs, Muslims, North Africans, and Middle Easterns in all the facilities where I can actually go and have a shower or even eat or find a place to sleep. So in other words, they know for sure I would never go anywhere near Arabs or Muslims or North Africans or Middle Easterns. And by doing this, they made sure that I am not getting any help whatsoever. And they kept me like this. So I haven't had a shower for 5 months. And even anyone who offered me to help me and let me having a shower in their place, they backed off or changed their mind, or, politely, denied me the chance of having a shower and so on. And I'm ending up just going in the water, swim, or washing myself with the cold water whenever I can. So I haven't had a shower for 5 months. And I sleep in a van. I have no money. I'm asking people for help. I'm standing with a sign outside Lidl here in the center of San Sebastian, asking people for help, even for money to buy food and to buy food to eat and so on. Because I catch fish, but I still need things like oil, bread, other stuff and so on, onion, blah, 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 and all of these stuff. So I'm asking people for help all the time. And I didn't have a shower for 5 months. No hygiene, no place. How would I even think about, having sex? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's not only that my circumstances preventing me of even the opportunity to have sex, but also these bastards, they dose me with drugs every weekend that kills my hardness completely. Even when I jerk off on the weekends, my penis is not hard. Like not 100%, but I still manage to jerk off to relieve myself and calm myself down and all of this. But still, my penis is not 100% hard. It's like, problem. But the rest of the week, I'm absolutely fine. So the rest of the week, I am absolutely fine. Only on the weekend, they give me these drugs to do this, to kill my hardness and so on. And it's also psychological abuse and torture. I mean, like psychologically, they are trying to do something about weekend in terms of the weekend and sex and so on. I lived in England 18 years, and sex on the weekend and having fun and so on, it's essential. And I'm British, I'm English. I cannot change this, and I will never change this. Whether I live here in Spain or leave Spain and go to another country and so on, it doesn't make any difference to me. I'm English, and for me, on the weekend, especially Sunday and Saturday, cooking something, drinking beer, having sex, blah, 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 going out, having fun is essential. End of story. I'm not going to change this, even for the world. Okay? So they are trying either to change this or they're doing other things and blah, blah, blah. And who gave them the right to do so? Because they have authorities and they can do it. And who's allowing them this? In the end, I have to say, even reporting to the police here what is happening, the police is not taking it seriously, and the police is not helping me with this at all. I mean, I went to the police to report being dosed with drugs 2 times, and they said they cannot help me and so on. So anyway, at the bottom line is, I am ready to get on with my life in terms of my personal life and starting a family and having a girlfriend and so on. But I need justice, and I need my circumstances to change. And my abusers are not allowing me to get justice. They want me to be their slave forever. Even giving me my compensations and money so I can buy the land, buy a farm, buy a house and start living is not allowed. They are not allowing me this. That's why I am asking again, and I will ask again and again and again. Anyone who's watching this video or know about me and know about my circumstances and so on, anyone who has any evidences regarding what was done to me in the UK or Germany or the country where I was born, or the interference from the country where I was born and their politicians, whether they are fucking cunts, relatives or not, please step forward and bring these evidences. I need these so I can put these bastards in prison and get justice for what they did to me, rather than that they are playing the card of they are trying to help and they are not. How can the abuser pretend to be helper? Charity is not justice, and justice is not charity. If you are someone who did something wrong to me, you must be punished. You must be named and shamed. You must be punished, and you must be forced to pay me and give me my compensations and all my rights for what you did to me. But then again, all what I'm going to say is, please, if you have evidences regarding what was done to me, please bring it forward so I can take it to lawyers who can start cases and to the media and name and shame these bastards and expose them everywhere in the world, not just here in Spain, so I can get justice and peace of mind and my freedom from these demented bastards in the country where I was born, whether they are fucking relatives or not. They are demented bastards and they cannot see it. They are keeping me as a slave using their authorities, and they are doing to me everything they want, and they did to me everything they wanted. And they're getting other people to use and abuse me. And they are using me, as a show everywhere I go and all of this. This must stop, and I must get justice for what they did to me. And if you have evidence, please come forward, step forward, and we can give it to lawyers. Take these bastards to court and give all the information I have to the media so they are exposed everywhere. So I can start living. So I can get my freedom and start living, getting my compensations and my money and so on, so I can invest this money, start my farming business and other businesses, start a family, have peace of mind and so on, rather than being their slave over and over again, while they are enjoying, using my money and so on. And the money that was supposed to be given to my father, that was invested to my father. This is our right, me and my siblings. And no one has the right to keep it away from us. Even if we cannot prove it now, I'm sure one day I can prove it and get all of this money, which is, I don't know, big money and so on. And I will never give up. I will never give up. Getting this money or, pursuing this money no matter what. As for my compensations and so on, as I said before, because I want to start living, I would accept to take whatever they would offer, but that won't stop me for pursuing justice and exposing them and putting them in prison. This is a must. And when I say I would accept what they offer me, I'm not talking about that they offer me, okay, we're going to give you a job, that's it, and you're still our slave, and we still control your life. That is, I'm not going to accept that. My freedom is very important. And my compensations are very important. And these bastards must pay the price. They must pay the price. They must go to prison. As simple as that. This is justice. And I'm not going to be moving from a country to another, struggling to get justice and going to square one, starting from the beginning over and over again. And if this is the plan of any Spanish government or any Spanish individuals or any Spanish personnel about, okay, this guy fell in this country, he cannot do anything and he's accepting anything, so that's it, we're not going to help him to get justice and he's going to be, that's it, working, blah, blah, blah. This is wrong, because I will not accept this. I want justice. And I came to Spain to apply for asylum and to get justice, to get help, to get justice. Anything else will prove that Spain is not the right place for me, that I am still being used here. This money that was invested for my father and so on is just being moved everywhere I go and invested without my consent. And one last thing I would like to say, if controlling this money in the end goes back down to me or up to me, that I will be the sole person that controlling this money, I will only invest this money in one country where I will be settling down and starting a family and so on. And any investment in any other country, I will be liquefying it and using this money and taking it and using it where I will be settling down. As simple as that. So if the Spanish authorities or here in Spain are not willing to help me to get justice and just, okay, he's going to accept the situation, stay here, start from zero, blah, 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 and all of this, then Spain is not the right place for me. And I should find another place where they actually and genuinely willing to help me to get justice so I can get my money, my investments, my compensations, any money I own, so I can invest it and start living my dream. As for France, as I made it clear many times, France has lots of Arabs, Muslims, North Africans, and Middle Easterns. And they are so powerful in France. So powerful, and they are acting like one person. And they are so powerful, like, anything that they could have done to me or they would do to me if I stay. And I just, to be honest, I mean, like, they did things when I was in France, because I spent 4 months in France. And I'm going to talk about it in details to whoever want to know what happened and all of this. And again, it's another kind of torture and abuse. And I cannot prove it, but I will talk about it and so on. Of course, it's not like, body or, torture physically and all of this. But still some of it, I don't know what to say. All what I can say, I will be giving the details about this. But anyway, France, I tried. I stayed in France for a month, and I've seen with my own eyes how powerful the Arabs and Muslims and North Africans and Middle Easterns there. And above all of this, it's impossible to live in a place in France where it's free from Arab, who are strong, as I'm talking about strong. They have power. They can do things against me and all of this. I will never have protection in France. The other thing as well, I spent 4 months in France, and I was going from house to house in every town I stayed in, giving leaflets, asking people to help me, to get solicitors, to get the media's attention, to start my campaign or help me in my campaign to expose my abusers from the country where I was born and so on. But they never did anything. They didn't help me with the most important things. Yes, people in France helped me with food, with money to buy food, with money to buy diesel and so on. But the real help with the media and so on, they didn't. It's the same like the United States, for example. I know for sure that some American politicians got involved, and American people trying to attract me to go and live in the States. It's the same situation. I will never go and live in the States because of the situation, how the police treat people and all of this. And the other thing as well, that if politicians from the United States involved and participated in my torture, I would never step foot in the United States without 100% justice and so on. And in the end, justice is justice. As simple as that. And I need justice more than anything, because justice means I will get everything I want, and I will get all my rights and my freedom. Without justice, again, they will keep me as a slave for them, starting from zero without getting any rights and all of this, and still using me, abusing me, and dosing me with drugs and so on. I gave you a simple example. They are using drugs even to prevent me from starting my life here, even finding a girlfriend. Not just my situation and my circumstances that preventing me, even hygienically. I cannot have, a relationship because I don't even have any hygiene. 5 months I didn't have a shower, just going in the sea, in the bay, swimming, and then outside having water on my head and on my body and all of this. How would I be able to get involved in a relationship? Financial situation, nothing. I'm asking people for help. No place to live, nothing. I mean, how would I be capable of thinking of having a relationship? Although I do need a relationship. I need a girlfriend, at least, and I need to start living and so on. But it's not only my circumstances. They dose me with drugs every weekend that actually kills my hardness. Even if I have libido and I want to have sex, they kill my hardness on the weekend. The rest of the week, I'm absolutely fine. And I'm hard enough and, like 100% okay. But on the weekend, every single weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my dick is literally almost dead. And it's not a joke. I'm not making this up. I mean, if someone wants to see this with their own eyes, I will show you. The rest of the week, I'm 100% fine. And I took videos for me before, with my hardness and jerking off and showing. And on the weekend, it's dead. I'm not like completely dead, but it's not, they kill my hardness, in other words, and so on. And I know for sure it's drugs. It's not psychological condition. It's not nothing. It's drugs that they dose me with. And you can ask yourself, these bastards, whatever they claim, why they are dosing me with drugs? What has got my hardness and capability of having sex has got anything to do with what they claim, whether mental health, whether this, that, blah, blah, blah. Again, they are just torturing me in a different way and psychologically trying to suppress me to accept the situation. And I will never accept the situation. I will never accept to be slave to them and what they can do to me and using drugs on me and so on. And I'm going to speak about it everywhere. Like I'm going to say everything I know about these bastards. I'm not going to put my head in the sand and pretend it's nothing. And I'm not going to, hide what they are doing to me. I'm going to say to everyone in the world what they do with drugs, how they achieve their goals. Like now, they are trying to put me in this context or this mode and this convince everyone this guy doesn't want to have a relationship here in Spain because he loves a girl in Germany. And they would even get her look like to walk in front of me and they can record it and say, look, look, he knows, he recognized there, blah, 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 and all of this. I am making it clear. I am ready to get on with my life. If I don't get 100% justice from Germany and before I go and live in Germany, how would I have a relationship with a German girl? Even if my heart beats for her. I'm not going to take this as an excuse. I want to settle down and I want to start a family. And if anyone helps me here to get justice and change my circumstances and get justice, I will have a relationship. As simple as that. And I will start a family. As simple as that. I'm not going to put my life on hold because, I love a girl. And yes, I feel for this girl and, another girl and one girl even in Netherlands and so on. But I'm not going to stop my life because of this. I am in Spain physically. I am in Spain. My mind here in Spain. And I'm not going to be pretending, I love a girl there, blah, blah, blah. I cannot have a relationship. Of course not. This is completely bullshit. I am willing and ready to have a relationship if my circumstances changes. If I have money, if I have my compensations, if I have, start living. But then again, all what I can say is authorities are authorities. They have no honor. And even if they try to prove that they have honor and try to help, all false chances. False chances that they can spoil it and make sure that I can never grab any chance with the work they do. So whether it's a false chance or a real chance, they make me lose any chance again with the work they do, psychologically, magic, socially, and all of this. That's why these people have no honor, will never have no honor, even if they pretend that they have honor or they are trying to actually help or giving me chances. It's either false chances or chances that they know that they can make me miss, that I cannot grab the chance and all of this. And for me, I said it many times, life is not a chance. Life is justice. Life is the right thing to do. Life is, simple when it comes to, what someone can achieve and all of this. And I know what I want to do in life. I'm a farmer. I want to buy big land, start farming and start a big family. But my abusers are not allowing me to achieve any of this whatsoever. Germany, I will never go back to Germany without 100% justice, including, of course, my compensation, my money, everything beforehand. So I would not go back to Germany and then waiting for them to give me justice. That is not going to happen. Everything before I leave Spain. And the same with the United Kingdom. The same with France. If France want to invite me to go and live in France, I need to get 100% justice before going and settling in France. I'm 100% sure that no Arabs, Muslims, North Africans, or Middle Easterns will be anywhere near me whatsoever. Psychological works and basically false promises and hints and all of this, it doesn't work with me. It has to be solid ground. It has to be facts and realities that I abstract, not, I mean like concrete, not abstract, concrete, or I mean things that I can say, that's it. So if I have money, I have a bank account and my money in my bank account and I have my cards. If I have a house, I have a house, a land, I have the keys, I have papers proving that this is mine and I own this. Is as simple as that. Anything else is just waste of my time, psychological work, and basically deluding me in their world of fantasies that they try to put me in. Anyway, again, anyone who's watching this video, if you can help, I mean 100% help rather than false promises, false chances, and so on, please step forward. I need your help. Specifically, if you have evidences regarding what was done to me in the UK, Germany, the country where I was born, and any place basically, even here in Spain, the drugs dosing here in Spain. I need someone to support me so I can prove that these bastards, they dose me with drugs every fucking day. And on the weekend, they kill my hardness. I don't know what else to say, apart from the fact that I am a 100% genuine person. I don't make things up. I don't lie about things. I say things as it is. And justice is my number one priority. And number two is exposing these bastards. That is not going to change. So anyone from any authorities who's playing me, who's using me, who's abusing me in any way, form, or shape, even if I don't know it, who's standing between me and getting justice. All what I'm going to say is, I don't believe in God, but if there is a God, please take these bastards. Please take these bastards. They do not belong in this world. If there is a God and there is hell and heaven, which I know there is not, 100% I am sure there is not. But if there is, and I'm wrong, why God doesn't take these bastards from the world? So someone like me can get on with their life and get justice, rather than my life that is being wasted and played over and over and over again. Injustice is a bitch, and authorities like these bastards, they are bitches, even if they have a dick. And I wish they get what they deserve in terms of punishment, going to prison. And if there is God, please take them. Take these bastards, because they do not deserve to live with people. As simple as that. Enough said. And I'm sure there will be another video, because I am sure these bastards are not going to give up, and they try over and over again. They psychological work, blah, 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 and all of this. And all what I'm going to say is, justice is my number one priority. 100% complete justice. Otherwise, no going back to the UK, no going back to Germany, no living in France, and even Spain. They are trying to spoil any chance for me to get justice and stay here in Spain. That's why if any genuine Spanish authorities out there understand this and support me, help me to get justice. And I promise you, if you help me to get justice, Spain is going to be my home. I'm going to stay here, settle here, start a family, start my businesses, starts my dream. And any money I own, invested for my father, anything, I will be investing it here. But under my control, full control, and all of this. Apart from this, I don't know what can I say. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and have a great evening. Thank you.